All right. So we are going to begin today seated on our mat. So we're just going to kind of ease in. We're going to do some sun salutations. We'll throw in a little bit of core because that's what I love doing. And we are just going to have a little fun. So, okay, let's take a nice comfortable seat at your mat. All right. Ground down through your sit bones, lengthen up through the top of your head, bring your shoulders up into your ears, and relax your shoulder blades down your back. Take a big deep breath in through your nose, let it out through your mouth. Another big deep breath in through your nose, let it out through your mouth. Soften whatever you can soften. Concentrate on your inhale in through your nose and your exhale back out through your nose. Let it be all about your breath. Anchoring yourself to this moment in space and time. And as we move through our practice today, our breath, as usual, will be our guide, as you hear me talk about over and over and over. And there's a couple things that I want us to think about today as we practice. I want us to remember that this is purely a practice. Wherever you are is exactly where you need to be. We don't need things to be different from how they are in this moment. We just need to connect to our breath and our heart center and be here in the now. And then the other thing I want us to think about is the importance of consistency. The importance of coming to something, to committing to something, and to coming to it over and over and over again. And how teeny, tiny commitments done consistently can add up to such big things. One last big deep breath in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. You can keep your eyes closed or open your eyes as you inhale, arms lift up, look up. Exhale, hands come down, reach through your fingers as far as they'll go. Inhale, arms lift up, look up. And exhale, hands come down, reach through those fingers as far as they'll go. One more, inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands come down, reach, reach, reach. Inhale, arms lift up, look up, twist to your right hand behind you, your left hand to your knee. On your inhale, lengthen through the top of your head, gaze over your back shoulder. Let your inhale take you taller and longer. And your exhale, we twist a little bit deeper. Connecting to your breath. Big breathing. Inhale, arms lift up. And twist to the other side. Lengthen through the top of your head and gaze over your shoulder. Let that inhale take you taller and longer. And the exhale, we just see if there's room to twist any deeper, moving into the space that we're creating. Yoga can be like a closet cleaning for the body. We've got to get rid of the old, the gunk, the goop to make way for the new, the space. Look forward, unwind. We're going to come into tabletop position, wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. On your inhalation, drop your belly, lift your heart, look up, draw your chest forward. On your exhale, pull your belly button towards the ceiling, round your back. So moving in and out of cat-cow. Really getting the synovial fluids in the body moving. After your next cat, we'll come back to tabletop position. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Extend your right foot out on the mat, toes on the mat to start. Really press through your back heel. Engage your core, lift the right leg up. Now, make sure the toes are pointing down. Your hip, it's gonna wanna kind of pop up, bring it down so that it's even and level. Push out through that back leg, reach out through your right fingertips. Now notice, is your belly trying to drop down? Is your back becoming a hammock? Can you engage the core and lift up? Find a long spine. Bring your knee and your elbow in and release. In and release. 3 more, follow your breath. And hold. Bring your hand down, bring your knee down, switch sides, extend your left foot out on the mat this time. Really press out through your heel. Core is engaged, belly lifted as you lift that left leg. Hug in towards the midline as you reach out through your right fingertips. Check in with your belly. Are you hugging in? Don't let the back hammock down. Don't let the belly drop down. Hug in like a staff. Find your mountain pose, your Tadasana, even here. Draw your knee and your elbow in and release. In and release. 3 more. And hold. Now bring your hand down, bring your knee down, give it another cat-cow, drop the belly, lift the heart, look up. Pull your belly button towards the ceiling, round your back. Come back to tabletop position. Now tuck your toes, bring your hands a little bit more forward of your shoulders and press your hips back and up, down diggity dog, let's play. Pedal the feet. Breathe your way in. Let your head be heavy, shake it no, nod it yes. We're pedaling the feet, creating a little space maybe in those calves. And then make your way into stillness in your downward facing dog. Breathe your way in. Connect to your inhale and your exhale. Soften whatever you can soften. Look between your hands, walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Bring your hands to your shins, press and lengthen. Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Fold, Uttanasana, melt it down. Bring your feet, make sure they're hip distance apart. Deep bend in your knees. Take hold of your elbows and hang or rock. Just let everything melt down. Melt it all forward. Now, coming into stillness here in your forward fold, release your hands down and play with straightening the legs, lengthening forward and folding, bending the knees. So just straighten and lengthen through the back and then fold. Notice if, as you do this, Can you begin to straighten your legs more and more as you fold forward? Breathe your way in. You can make the movement as dynamic as you need to or not. Lengthening forward, fold. Deep bend in your knees, ragdoll up. One vertebra at a time. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Lift your shoulders up into your ears. Relax your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, arms lift up. Look up. Take hold of your right wrist and reach over to the left. Come back to center. Take hold of your left wrist with your right hand as you reach over to the right. Come back to center. Reach straight up. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway. Lengthen. Fold. Plant your hands. Step or hop back to plank. We're going to hold our plank. Core is engaged. Belly lifted. Hug in towards the midline. Breathe. You can always bring your knees down if you need to, but hug in. Now, knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Yogi's choice. Inchworm forward. Lift up either to cobra or upward facing, lifting your knees off the mat. Press back. Downward facing dog. Down diggity dog. 5 big breaths. Breathe in. Relax and let go. Look forward between your hands, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Lengthen through, fold. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up, reach up, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Hug in, lower down, knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. Exhale, downward facing, take it back. 5 big deep breaths. Look forward between your hands, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Lengthen through, fold. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms lift up, reach up. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale to lengthen and fold. Plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Now we're going to hold plank. Now we're going to hold this for a little bit so you can bring your knees down if you need to. Hug in towards the midline. Breathe your way in. Where does your mind go? Can you stay right here on the mat in this moment? How can you bring play into this moment for yourself? Lower down, knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Down diggity dog. All right, left leg lifts up, reach high. 3-legged dog. Breathe your way into this shape. Bring your knee to your nose at the top of the mat. Hug it and hold it there. Take it back and up. Bring your knee in, cross the midline, touch the outside of your left upper arm. Take it back and up. Bring your knee in, touch the outside of your left upper arm. Take it back and up. Now, we're gonna bring our knee in, we're gonna step forward, not all the way up the mat. So just halfway up, toes, left toes point to the left. Now, right wrist underneath the right shoulder. We're gonna twist on, the slight twist onto the outside of the right foot. Hug in, lift up. Your left hand's gonna go to the left knee, opening up, open the left arm all the way open. Now, maybe we add in a little back bend and look up and back. Left hand's gonna come down. We're gonna roll back up on the toes of the right foot. We're gonna step back to downward facing dog. Take it back. Now our right leg's gonna lift up, reach high. Bring your knee to the nose at the top of the mat, hug it in, hold it there. Take it back and up. Bring your right knee in, cross the midline, touch the outside of your left upper arm. Take it back and up. Bring your knee in, touch the outside of your right upper arm. Take it back and up. Now, we're gonna bring our knee in, we're gonna step halfway up the mat, like we just did on the other side. We're gonna bring the left wrist underneath the left shoulder. We're gonna roll onto the right side, roll onto the outside of your left foot. So kind of that half plank here. Right hand comes to the right knee. Lift your hips up, look up. Lift your right arm up. Maybe add in that little back bend as we open up. Keep lifting the hips. Top arm comes down. We're gonna roll back onto the toes of the left foot. Step back to downward facing dog. Coming high up on the toes, lift the hips. Press your heels back and down. Look forward, walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Lengthen through, fold. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up, reach up, fold forward. Inhale to lengthen and fold. Plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Hold your plank, core is engaged, belly lifted. Breathe. Keep hugging in, keep breathing. Can you bring in a feeling of play, of challenge, of joy even? Maybe, maybe not. Can you lower down and hover? Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Float your right leg up towards the ceiling, press out through your heel. Bring your knee in, we're gonna step all the way through low runner's lunge. We're gonna drop our back left leg down. We're gonna check in, making sure that the front ankle is directly underneath the knee. You can hang out right here. You can come up onto the knee, interlace those fingers up onto the knee, lift through the top of the head. Even here, we're hugging in towards the midline. All right, so we're gonna do a little twisting here. So we're gonna extend our right arm back, left arm forward. And we're gonna release our hands back to our knees. We're gonna come back down on either side of the front foot, tuck the toes of the back foot, lift up, step back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up, reach high. Draw your knee in, step through. Low runner's lunge on this side. Drop the back knee down, melt the toes of the back foot down. Check in with your alignment. Bringing your hands to our knee. Interlace your fingers over the knee, lengthening up. All right, coming into the twist on this side, the left hand back, right arm forward. I like to look back at my fingers, hugging in. And windmill your hands back down. Tuck the toes of your back foot, step back to downward facing dog. Coming high up on your toes, lift your hips, press your heels back and down. Shake your head no. Nod it yes. Look forward between your hands, step or hop to the top of the mat. Lengthen through, fold. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair, sit back deep. All right, tuck that tailbone, drop that tailbone back. Bring hands together at heart center. Twist to your right, left elbow, right thigh. Come back to center, pause, align. Twist to the left, right elbow, left thigh. And come back to center, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway. Fold, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Now we're gonna hold plank and then we're gonna come down onto our forearms, forearm plank. Hug everything in. And we're gonna play a little game with our knees. So you can bring your knees down if you want to, or you can play this game where we lift our right foot up, right foot comes down. Lift your left foot up, left foot comes down. Lift right, down, left, down, right, lift, left, lift. Just keep marching, breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, lower all the way down onto your belly, hands on either side of your body. We're gonna take them back, palms face down. Trace your nose along the mat, lift your chest up, bring your feet together, toes to touch. Press your feet into the mat as you lift your chest and heart up. Keep breathing, connect to the breath, lift a little higher, and release back down. Bring one cheek to the mat. Let everything go, shake out those hips, relax the low back. Now bring your nose back to center, toes come together to touch. This time, we're gonna trace our nose along the mat. We're gonna lift our head and chest up, lift your arms, lift your legs up off the mat, reach back. And lower everything down, opposite cheek to the mat this time. Hands come down on either side of your shoulders, and we're gonna press back, folded leaf, come back to child's pose. Bring your forehead to the mat, take a big breath in, let it out. Walk your hands back, shift your weight to one side. We're gonna bring our legs forward in front of us. So coming into, it's almost like an upside down dog, right? Is where we're going with this. For those in the know, we are going to Navasana, boat pose. which is like the opposite of down dog when you think about it. So you've got a couple options here. Core is engaged, belly lifted, lift through the top of your head. You can lift your shins up, keeping your shins parallel with the ground, hands behind your thighs, or you can release your arms, lifting everything up. You can begin to straighten those legs if that's in your practice. Breathe your way in. Can you lower down and hover? Hug in towards the midline. Lift up. Hug in. All right, sink that boat, lower down and hover. Hug in. And lift up. Last one, lower down and hover. Lift up. Bring your feet down. Lengthen through the top of your head. Reach your arms out. Slowly come back onto your back. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Draw your knees into your chest. Lift your head. Lift your tailbone. Turn into a little ball. Exhale your head down. Rock it out from side to side. Rock it all out. All right, so now we're gonna move into yogi bicycles, my favorite. Shins, once again, parallel to the ground, keeping those knees at a 90-degree angle. Bring your hands back behind your head. Extend your right leg out, right leg hovers above the mat, right elbow towards your left knee. And switch. Left elbow, right knee. Moving as fast as you'd like or as slow as you'd like. It's your practice. Listen to your body. What is it asking for? It's just practice. Wherever you are is exactly where you need to be. On the mat, in life, it's a comforting thought when you think about it. Everything is unfolding perfectly. Keep moving, keep breathing. You got this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw those knees in, lift your head, lift your tailbone, turn into a little ball. Exhale your head down, rock it out from side to side. Rock out that sacrum. It should feel yummy. Bring your feet down on the mat. Walk your heels back, hands come down at your sides. Let's do a tiny back bend, all right? So from here, imagine you have a pillow between your thighs. You're isometrically hugging your thighs in, trying to hold that pillow there, and we're going to press into the feet to lift our hips up, coming up onto our shoulder blades, hugging in towards the midline. Bring your hands together underneath you as you lift up. Keep hugging in, keep lifting. Lift and lengthen, even here. Release your hands, slowly coming down one vertebra at a time. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Now, find the edges of the mat with your feet. Center yourself in the middle. Open your arms out wide like a T. Let your knees fall to the right as you gently turn your head left. Ooh, where can you let go? Where are you holding, clenching, or tightening? Can you relax and release? Lift your knees up to center. Let them fall over to the other side as you gently turn your head to the right. Lift your knees up to center. Extend your legs out on your mat. Arms come down at your sides, palms face up, open to receive. Making your way into Shavasana, corpse pose. This is the most important pose in all of yoga. And I hope that everything that we just did will have put together all of the right ingredients for a delicious Shavasana cake for you. So take a moment to take a big, deep breath in. Suck in a little more air, and a little more air, and a little more air, and then let it go. Relax. Allow. If any thoughts come to mind, just let them go. Whatever it is, you can think about it later. I'm going to read a reflection from the mat. It starts with a quote. Use your own light and return to the source of light. That is called practicing eternity. Halfway around the world, in another time and place, a different sage has come to the same conclusion as Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. We turn our attention inward to discover our own light, and our own light guides us to the source of light. We take one step toward the light, and the light takes 10 steps towards us. As a military parachutist, I spent weeks learning how to properly exit an airplane, only to find that once I was near enough to the exit, I would be unceremoniously sucked out by the 180-mile-per-hour wind howling by my door. Much of the time we spend mastering technique is similar to the time I spent learning how to properly exit an aircraft. Once we do become still, the power of stillness draws us inward. Our own light guides us to the source of light. Deepen your next inhalation. Take a big breath in, let it out. Another big deep breath in through your nose. Let it out. Bring small movements to your toes and to your fingers, and maybe move your head from side to side. And when you're ready, bend your knees and bring your feet to the mat. We'll gently and carefully roll to the right side, pausing there for just a moment. honoring the transition out of the practice just as much as we honor the practice itself. Slowly pushing yourself up to a nice, comfortable seated position, eyes closed, hands at heart center. We'll close our practice today with one loud om, remembering that an om is like an sound. And when we om is said to be the vibration of the universe, the vibration of all things everywhere. When we we're connecting to everything and everyone. Take a big breath in. Yoga will teach you so much about yourself. It will help you become flexible in mind, in body, and in spirit. For that, I'm truly grateful. Thank you so much for coming to class today. Namaste. Good work, everyone.